This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon, it's Monday, June 30th, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma are the news this afternoon. Lawyer questions suspended Governor Fubara FCT Minister Wike reconciliation. Police take over PDP Secretariat, bar BOT members as party holds NEC meeting. Senator Natasha arraigned for alleged cybercrime, granted bail. On the foreign scene, witnesses say hundreds of families displaced by wave of Israeli airstrikes on Gaza. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele with the news. Now, a lawyer, Mr. J.C. Williams, says the decision agenda of the reconciliation is about.
This goes to confirm that it is not about Rivers State after all, as Governor Fubara used to say. What did they actually agree? That is the point Rivers want to do. Governor Fubara and Wike, good, there is peace. This peace that have come, at what cost? The point is that this agreement that went behind the doors, what is the agenda for this one? Governor Fubara, with due respect to him, misled Rivers people. Everything we're hearing is speculation. Even when Governor Fubara was addressing his simplified movement, he never told them the agreement reached. So as a Rivers man and as Rivers people, we are interested. Governor Fubara should come and tell us agreement reached.
Williams noted that Governor Fubara's actions came as a surprise to the state, adding that no ally of the governor was seen present at the meeting.
That they went to see the president to tell Mr. President that they have agreed. That again, I looked again. I didn't see anybody with the Governor Fubara. We all want peace. What is this fast?
Internal political crisis that had threatened the unity of the state. Harry Banigo also commended the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, the suspended governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, and other leaders for embracing dialogue and reconciliation. Over the weekend, suspended Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara told his supporters to prepare to pay a heavy sacrifice for peace to be achieved in the state. The governor said this while addressing members of the Simplified Movement at their office in Port Harcourt. He charged them to accept the peace regardless of how it looks and how they feel. Governor Fubara said the role and risk taken by the FCT minister to ensure his election cannot be wished away. The governor regretted that the political crisis has led to neglect of most of his projects, but promised to start them as soon as he is reinstated. Governor Fubara also assured his supporters that he will not abandon them.
Nobody can take away the role my other played. That's the truth. Yeah, we might have our differences that led to this, but nobody here will say he doesn't know the role the man played. Nobody will say he doesn't. Nobody can whisk away the risks he took. Yes, at the point we have our differences, and if today there is need for us to settle, please, anyone who genuinely believe in me should understand that it is right thing to do.
Governor Fubara later attended the funeral ceremony along with the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Martin Amihule, and his Abia counterpart, Alex Oti, pitching a tent with the party. Arujobu said opposition politicians who are mobilizing for a coalition ahead of the 2027 election are only interested in the government. Moving on, the Enugu State Secretary says the Southeast reserves the right to member of the PDP that does not sort itself out at the end of the meeting held in Enugu. PDP Southeast Zone Executive Committee said it unanimously recommended Sunday Ude Okoye as the party's national secretary. Speaking to journalists on Sunday after a closed-door meeting at the Enugu Government House, Mba warned that the region could exit the PDP. Mba said the stance of the NWC, the Board of Trustees BOT, and the Southeast Zonal Executive Committee ZEC on ongoing party disputes reflects the frustration within the zone. He also expressed support for today's National Executive Committee NEC meeting. Away from that, armed policemen this morning took over the Wadata Plaza, the headquarters of the PDP in Abuja, amid tension over the party's National Executive Committee NEC meeting expected to hold today. the police stopped members of the party's Board of Trustees BOT, including Maina Chiroma, from entering the premises of the Secretariat. The police denied the BOT members from holding their meeting at the Wadata Plaza. The meeting was to precede the expanded caucus meeting. A former National Secretary of the PDP, Omar Sauri, told newsmen that the police stopped the BOT members, saying they are acting based on an order from above. Still on this, a media report says two factions within the party have resolved to proceed with two parallel NEC meetings. The decision comes amid growing tensions over party leadership and procedural disagreement with INEC. This came as Enugu State Governor Peter Amba, rising from a closed-door meeting with Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, Chairman of PDP Board of Trustees Senator Adolphus Wabara, and the Southeast Zonal Chairman of the party, Chief Ali Odefa, amongst others, at the Government House Enugu yesterday, said he stood fully by the position of the National Working Committee, NWC, the Board of Trustees, and Southeast Zonal Executive Committee, ZEC, on the crisis rocking the party. The media report by the Vanguard newspaper said while the National Working Committee is convening the National Executive Committee NEC meeting, Senator Ayawo, who was controversially reinstated by acting National Chairman Omar Damagum, has summoned an expanded caucus meeting. Coming up next, rising gender-based violence in Rivers sparks concern. Stay with us.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. The family of late Confidence Ikechi from the Obele community in Emoha local government area is demanding justice over his alleged killing. Confidence Ikechi, a father of two, was reportedly beaten to death in the Elele community, Ikwere local government area, by members of the local vigilante group known as OSPAC, identified as God Power and J-Boy. The attack was said to have followed a quarrel involving the girlfriend of one of the suspects. Speaking to a correspondent, the elder brother of the deceased, Chinwepe Ikechi, said the suspects were allegedly invited to the scene by the said girlfriend before they allegedly attacked and killed his brother.
The lady now started embarrassing him that he's a drunkard, that he's smelling. She now poured him saliva, also give him a dirty slap. Then he now retaliated to the lady, slap her back, and the lady carried stick with her son, started hitting him. Unfortunately, the lady also ran away to call her boyfriend, Venus Park, two of them, to come and kill the young guy. We need them to be sentenced because they can't kill the young boy and go free. This is a murder case. It's case versus federal.
Spokesperson for the Rivers State Police Command, SB Grace Iringekoko, confirmed that the suspects have been arrested and transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department, SCID, for interrogation. Meanwhile, recent cases of gender-based violence in Rivers State are raising fresh concerns about the effective implementation of the individual need for Rivers State. Existence amongst gender-based violence continues, as many people and communities are still unaware that the VAP law exists in Rivers State this week.
Take, for example, spouse.
Rivers people were surprised watching on TV seeing suspended Governor
take for example, spouse either offense or conviction goes with imprisonment. But some people don't know. So a man beats a wife, or a wife beats the husband. Police will say go and settle. It's a family matter. Why? The VAP law provides that anybody that forcefully ejects the other from her matrimonial home is guilty of an offense. And yet every day we see women who are being thrown out of their matrimonial home. Telling a woman, pack out of my house is an offense. There are some offenses that will become used by the church. Ignorance is one, lack of imitation another. But must not be heard. Woman, your husband beats you and you go and talk. You are stigmatized outside. Same thing with men. How does a society look at a man who's being beaten up by the wife and who comes to complain? They look at you as a half man. I must agree, people have started speaking up, but I think a lot of ground needs to be covered because we have not gotten to that point where you can speak up irrespective of what is happening around you. People still want to gain support, garner acceptance.
Now, also, the Rivers State Police Command is urging women to walk away from toxic relationships in the interest of their safety. The command spokesperson, SP Grace Iringikoko, gave the advice in an interview with correspondent Makotoka while reacting to the seemingly growing number of gender-based violence GBV cases across the state. At least 6 women have been beaten or killed in Rivers State this month in incidents that sparked public outcry in relation to sorcery or any form of inhumane treatment.
I want to empathize with those that are being affected by these assaults and violence against them. Women, don't allow yourself to become a victim because we have so many cases like that. So at the end, you see that this woman has become a victim of that incident. So if you see that this man, the relationship is not giving you what you want, please, you can opt out. There are 1,001 men there that you can relate with, please.
Her comments, nightclub altercation with a socialite, and a teenage girl allegedly burnt with a hot object by her school principal for allegedly stealing 30,000 naira. While investigations are ongoing in some of these cases, others are already in court. It is a possible sign that the implementation of the Violence Against Persons Prohibitions Act, VAP, in Rivers State is being tested. The VAP law criminalizes a wide range of gender-based abuses, including physical, emotional, psychological, and economic violence, and provides clear legal backing for victims to seek justice and protection. Police authorities are calling on survivors, families, and concerned citizens to speak up and take advantage of the VAP law by reporting all forms of abuse to the nearest police station or appropriate authorities. In business, the Zonal Controller of the South-South Zone Nigerian Communication Commission's NCC Port Harcourt office, Mr. Chris Aga, has shared practical tips on how Nigerians can manage and conserve their mobile data more effectively. In an interview with correspondent Choma Ezenwafo, Aga highlighted several strategies, including disabling GPS location services when not in use, using phone settings to monitor and control data consumption, and deactivating unused apps. He explained that users with multiple email accounts are particularly vulnerable to data depletion, especially during autumn.
You know, the GPS location services. When you're not using it, disable it. Second, that people complain to you. That's a bank right that comes up. Most of them are operating without your knowledge. So once in a while, those apps should be deactivated. Another issue again is that you have multiple email. Immediately there's an update on email, and if there's synchronization, it will drain your data.
Aga clarified that when people purchase data bundles, they are paying for a volume of data period, not a guarantee that will last duration. According to him, how quick the data is exhausted depends on usage patterns. On the issue of data costs, he stated that telecom providers are still operating within the data cap limit set by the NCC and have not exceeded the regulatory benchmarks.
That's what they call data cap. No operators, I don't think they've gone beyond that data cap. The issue is that we all know we are in relative certain economy of scale. Then everything is going high. They cannot be able to operate at a loss. We took our time as a commission to review. It's not even what they are running at they wanted to, but we compelled them because we also do what we call economic analysis, benchmarking the cost of these, boundaries of them, and the reality on ground. So it's just a little, I can say, markup which they're not so happy about, but we are more concerned about the happiness of the consumers.
Aga also spoke on measures the NCC has implemented to address network challenges. These include ongoing campaign with the critical national infrastructure CNI stakeholders urging the public to protect telecom fiber cables in their areas. He noted that vandalized fiber lines often result in internet outages, which can leave users disconnected and frustrated.
If you observe, at times you see NCC, CNI informing you protect the fiber or facilities of telecoms around you. Those are some of the initiatives we've put in place to guard against this complaints of a network issue. I buy data, it's not for I can't use it. You may buy data now, fiber is cut in this area. You may not even know. You will try. No way. And maybe while doing that also, you'll have gone into other sites. Immediately the fiber comes on air, the background cell will start downloading everything because they're already in place, but there was no network.
And now we move to entertainment. Nigerian social media activist Martins Vincent Ose, popularly known as Very Dark Man, has shared a voice recording allegedly between a Nigerian musician, music promoter Sam Larry, and singer Zlatan Ibile, discussing the events surrounding the death of the late singer Mohbad. The recording, which has gone viral, appears to feature Zlatan expressing his reluctance to get involved in the controversies surrounding Mohbad's death, citing the drama that's peeking out on social media brings. Very Dark Man, who shared the recording on his Instagram page, has given Zlatan a 48-hour ultimatum to publicly address the situation and explain his silence during the initial calls for justice for Mohbad. In sports, Napoli have officially called up Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen to return to pre-season training ahead of the 2025/2026 Serie A campaign. The club, in the call-up letter, asked Osimhen to report to their Castel Volturno Sports Center on July 15, when preparations for the new season will begin under new manager Antonio Conte.
And now we bring you news from around the world.
Witnesses say hundreds of Palestinian families have been displaced after Israel carried out a wave of airstrikes across the Gaza Strip. Rescue teams recovered the bodies of 5 people, while dozens of injured civilians were evacuated to Al-Ali Hospital in Gaza City. The bombardment follows one of the largest evacuation orders issued since the war, increasing pressure. The bombardment follows one of the largest evacuation orders issued since the war resumed in March. It comes amid increasing pressure on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to refocus effort to research a ceasefire agreement.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. A lawyer has questioned the Fubara Wike reconciliation. The police have taken over the PDP secretariat and barred BOT members after factions planned parallel meetings. On the foreign scene, witnesses say hundreds of families have been displaced by a wave of Israeli airstrikes on Gaza. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.